Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the Hello Vibes Me Elevation Podcast. I am Crystal Jackson, baby, your guide to all things empowerment, all things positive vibe, and spiritual elevation. If you are new here, baby, believe this podcast is like your morning cup of joe. This is designed to give you the boost you need to elevate your day and your life. Y'all, today's episode is one of my favorites. Today's episode is something I refuse to bend on. I will not negotiate this. And this, my friend, is the third A, accountability. Okay? So let's talk about it because I don't want to waste no more time. I wasted enough Mondays. I've been trying to get here. Okay? Why didn't you go to school today? Because my mom didn't wake me up. Why didn't you drive the car with the gas in it? Because you didn't give me the key. Why didn't you do the dishes? Because I didn't see them. That is small, simple lacks of accountability examples. I'm telling you, it's a lot of things I can deal with, but a lack of accountability, that burns me up. And I know why, because it's something that I had an issue with. And it's something that I truly didn't like about myself. I didn't know that then. I mean, it was always somebody else's fault. And listen, truly, I would be in situations where the person was, but I was no accountability on my end, y'all. It was crazy. Baby, it was so bad. I was the character in the story that was going to get killed by that scary guy. That was going to be running to get killed. Like I was the victim. Baby, when I made myself the author and the hero, man, listen, that was number one seller in my life. You hear me? And to grasp that concept is difficult. So, I do understand that. It still is something that rattles my ass. But I also understand that everybody can't get there, okay? So this is one of them things where I choose to not deal with people who are never accountable because I know what it does for my energy. So why would I keep putting myself in that position? And this is the one thing I realize. Narcissists are not accountable. That's the thing. It's a lot of things about narcissists that drive me up the damn wall, but that accountability, man, I told myself I'd rather play Russian roulette than to deal with a narcissist, and I'm sorry. Now, another thing, this was a growing tool for me, is to accept that narcissists are who they are. That took a lot. I mean, if boy, listen, everybody know, I hate narcissists. I had to stop and say, Crystal, that's just who they are. That's what you can't hate them for, but I don't have to deal with them. I do not have to deal with them. When I tell you, I'm going to tell you the story one day about how I was dating narcissists. I didn't even know what a narcissist was, but I was just sick of seeing it on Facebook. So something said, look this up. So the definition is real simple. It's like somebody who's stuck on themselves. So I'm thinking, I've been around a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? Arrogant and cocky. I actually used to be so attracted to arrogant and cocky men until I started loving myself. You know, if you want to be arrogant and cocky, that's cool, but I don't have to deal with it. However, it's so much deeper than that. I knew the moment I talked to this dude, for some reason, everything, I cannot explain to you how things happen. Everything happened the way it's supposed to. It was right. It was back to back. As soon as I got on the phone with him, I said, this dude I said the N-word. He's a narcissist. He just started talking about all the stuff he had. And I was like, I stopped him. I said, wow, I am very happy for you. I said, that is great that you accomplished some things. I said, but you sitting here telling me everything you have, I'm not that impressed with. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm glad that you did something for yourself. What impresses me is where we're going. I need to know where we're going. Is where aspiration growth. If you're not going to grow, that's fine. If you're content, that's fine. But this is not where I need to be. It was just, and I just started to see things. So what I did, guys, I started to educate myself on the narcissist. I stayed 2 steps ahead every time. Every time he was going to do something, I already knew he was going to do it. What got me the most is I stayed in a relationship with 6 months with somebody I didn't even like. So I had to go look it up. There's got to be some type of scientific thing going on here. So guys, it is a scientific thing. A narcissist does that love bombing or whatever and it feeds the part of your brain where sex, drugs, and all that is. So once they would pull themselves back some, you start to look for that. Your brain starts to look for like a drug or whatever. So this is how I used to be, y'all. I'd be at work and stuff, you know. Like at first we talk on the phone all the time. I don't want to talk on the phone all the time. I want to work. Or I just don't feel like talking. He'd get mad. By the time I check my voicemail, he'd be done called me, broke up with me on the voicemail, asked for my forgiveness, put us back together. So we done broke up. He done said sorry, and we done got back together, and I haven't even talked to this dude yet. I'm like, what is wrong with him? So like, I'd be like, man, I'm just done with this dude, and I would like break up. I like, you know. But when he called me, it would be so like, I would just feel bad, be like, man, okay, I'll give him another chance. And I was like, what is wrong with me? This is when I feel like I need to listen. After this relationship, I've been in some messed up relationships. I think this one did the most damage because I didn't understand why. And that's when I had to step back and I had to figure out what was going on with me. I couldn't stand this dude, Joe. Oh my gosh. I hate to say it, but he put the inner narcissist bad. Like it's so much more than just being, oh my gosh, promise you that accountable. They'll put anything on you. I seen somebody go and wreck a car, and the person wasn't even in the car with them, and they told the person that you the reason I wrecked the car. Stuff like that. It's just bad. So when I start to see just anybody not accountable, I start to see traits. I'm like, oh, they're narcissists. They're narcissists. I mean, it got bad, so I gotta stop doing it. First of all, can't clinically diagnose anyone. Second of all, everybody's not a narcissist, not accountable. You know, it's not easy to be accountable. It's just I put that one thing with a narcissist. As soon as I seen that, I'm like, oh no, they're narcissist. So that wasn't fair. I wasn't giving them a chance. And even if they are, you know, that's on their mind. Hey, I'm just not going. I would rather swim backwards in the ocean with a bunch of sharks. I'm sorry, than to put myself in there. And if you've never dealt with a narcissist, you might think I'm dramatic. If you have, I bet you'll join that ocean with me with them sharks. They said that after psychiatrist deals with narcissists, they have to go see psychiatrists. You know, it's bad. Like they will mind fuck if you allow them. But baby girl, I promise you, I was 2 steps ahead. Everything. If I wasn't 2 steps ahead of him, y'all, in that 6 months, the person I didn't even love. I love him because I love everybody. And that's what I used to tell him. I love you. I do love you. Like, nah. I'm like, I love everybody. You know, I wasn't lying. But I don't know, y'all. Nope, can't do it. And accountability is the main thing for me. That's what anything. This is why, y'all. If you're not accountable, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, then you're wasting my time. That means you're perfect. You never do nothing wrong. You don't see nothing wrong. Why would you change if you ain't never? If there's nothing to change? Why? You cannot grow without accountability. You think you grow, it's fake growing. You that fake flower. You know. Ooh, that flower grew. Oh, that's that flower fake. That's it. Okay, so the reason why it's so crucial after self-analysis and awareness, right after, because your mind is open at this time, right? You're ready. You're taking these steps towards change, and you say, okay, so now I did my analysis. Now I'm aware. Now let me be accountable. Let me find my shit. Let me see what it is, what role I play in my destruction or my bad relationships or whatever it is. What role do I play in it? That's how you start. What role do I play in it? You know what I mean? Why is this? Why am I here? Not why did they put me here? Why did they do this to me? Why me? Why I? You. It's very crucial because it's the steps you take. Like I said, you can't be accountable if you're not aware of something, and you can't be aware if you haven't analyzed it. You know, like come on, if I wake up every day and I just didn't do anything wrong, why the fuck would I grow? Why would I be accountable? Why would I grow? I'm perfect. I don't have a reason to grow. Okay, I'm not where I want to be, so you know. The significance of holding yourself accountable to your goals and action, it really does something to you. It helps you grow. It helps you. You just become a different person, man. You start to look at life differently. I'm not lying to y'all. Like you start to be like, okay, say you're in an abusive relationship, and I was. Now, when I say abusive relationship, I promise you, I'm not saying I didn't fight back, but it was abusive nonetheless. Man, they should have named me Spock, how many black eyes I had. And they should have bought me a shoe store because every time my eye was black, I got a new pair of shoes, 2 rings on every finger. But I fought. That don't make it right, but you know. I guess when people say abuse, in my head they think of a woman, cowering down, and not saying it's wrong that you cower down, because don't nobody want to hit by me with my crazy ass. I don't want to be hit, but hey, hell, you already hit me. What? I ain't got nothing to lose now. That's how I used to feel. I ain't got nothing to lose now. Okay, I'd be like, kill me. And I said to flipping out and shit to this crazy. Now they scared because like, damn, you know. I just had that's just I don't know. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be put in that position. But the reason why it's important, guys, is because the significance of it is, once you understand your part, you can change it. Like, okay, you can forgive. Okay, back to the abusive relationship. So you go your whole life, I hate this man. He did this to me. He did that to me. When I left him, I didn't hate him, but I was like, man, he did me dirt. Oh man, he did some things. But then once I started getting myself together, I said, hold up, Crystal. And he was my husband. He showed you who he was. And I know the environment he grew up in and how he was raised and stuff. All that plays a part. So I started looking back. Damn, he was only doing what he seen done. He was only doing what he thought was right. He was only doing and loving me the way he knew how to love me. Not saying he was right, not giving him a pass or any of that. Because it was not about him and his growth. It was about me. How was I wrong? I'm like, how was I wrong here? Self-love. I did not have to stay. You can't beat a motherfucker that ain't there for you to be. The first time he put his hands on me, I should have left. But I stayed. That's my part in it. So I had to accept that. Damn, Crystal, you stayed. He was doing what he knew to do. And I'm going to tell you how serious and deep it get. My very first relationship, I was 14. I had seen my dad and mom fight so much. They had shootouts in the house and everything. Yo, I'm not bullshitting you. I really thought that that's how a relationship was supposed to go. So when I had my first relationship, I thought we were supposed to fight, y'all. Like, if we was not fighting, he wasn't paying attention. It was like, I don't know, it's crazy because I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Because we was kind of secluded. My dad didn't really deal with people coming over and stuff. We was in a foster home for a little minute, but we were secluded, so I never really been around, or it's my first, I just thought it was normal. I thought it was so normal, y'all. I was 14, I used to get fucked. I used to drink and everything, bro. I was like, man, hear me out. So, it took me a while to realize that's not how it go. And it wasn't until I got with my husband. He was 9 years older than me. It didn't feel good when, like, I was not worried about my first boyfriend, even though I had black guys with him too. Sometimes I initiated, still not taking it, still not saying it's my fault. I should never. I'm just saying I did my shit too, But imagine being with somebody you don't want to fight. I told myself, like, my heart was so broke after that relationship, my first love. The next relationship I get in, I'm gonna, listen a little bit more. I'm gonna get along. I'm not gonna argue. Da 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 da. I didn't want to anymore. So imagine somebody trying to fight you, a man you don't want to fight. I was like, oh no, this ain't how this is supposed to work. So, after that relationship, I said, nah, we ain't going for that no more. And that's when I started to learn that that's not how things are supposed to look. The older, like, we all became like a family in the neighborhood I grew up in on Oak Street in Columbus. The older ones looking for, so why your eye black? And they used to cuss me out. You better leave him alone, da da da. But I love him. It was crazy, y'all. I thought it was how it was supposed to go. So, I understand staying somewhere too long. But that doesn't make you not accountable. You got to be accountable for that. And once you start to forgive. You start to say, okay, this is how he grew up. Like, again, with me, I thought that's how you're supposed to love. That's how I was taught. That's what I was shown. So that's what I gave. And that's what I was receiving. Until you're taught something different, that's what you know. So, it's easier to understand other people too. When you're practicing accountability, you need to set realistic goals, right? Define clear, achievable goals that aligns with your value. And what I mean is, okay, so I'm going to sit down today and maybe think of the worst thing that happened that you thought you was done the dirtiest. Start there. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go back to this story. And I'm going to keep going until I find me in it. And the moment you stop saying they, them, they, and you start saying, okay, I, you'll see the change. You'll start to notice, okay. You know what I mean? regular basis. Okay, what about today? What can I be accountable for today? If you didn't do the dishes, damn, you didn't do it. Yeah, don't be like, why? Because I'm sorry. I know I was supposed to do the dishes. I don't have no excuse. I don't have no excuse. I don't even think there's such things as excuses. I think people do exactly what they want to do, and if they don't want to do it, it won't get done. But like me, when something couldn't get done, I used to really be like, it was I couldn't get it done because of this. Because one thing I know about me, if it can be, I'm gonna get it done. Like I'm gonna do everything I need to do to get something done. And if it didn't get done, it's like okay, I did everything I needed to do. But now today I know, when I want something, I'm going to get it. Even as far as like jewelry, I make jewelry all the time. It might be something like that I don't have. I would figure out a way to substitute anything. But when I don't feel like doing something, it's like, man, oh, my back was hurt. I don't make them excuses. I just say, I simply say, I just did not feel like doing it. I know I was supposed to, I know it sounds fucked up. I said, I know it sounds fucked up or whatever. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I was being lazy. I'm just, because, what am I lying for? You know what I mean? It ain't gonna help nobody. And if it ain't gonna hurt nobody but me, it ain't gonna hurt the other person. They's gonna be thinking they had anyway. That motherfucker lying. You know what I mean? So it strengthens your integrity. For sure, it strengthens your integrity and your trustworthiness. It strengthens you become a fucking powerhouse. You hear me? And when you're around people that's on a different vibration from you, they either feel empowered when they hear you talking about this accountability, or they feel lost. You know, I've been there. But usually when I'm talking in my shit, they don't feel lost. It's empowerment. Like, dang, yeah, I want some of that. You know what I mean? I was talking to one of my friends the other day. One of my exes, though, we cooled out, and he was like, "Well, yeah, you was just a little bit controlling, man. I wasn't trying to be controlled." And I said, "Hold on, basic. I'm sorry you felt that way, but let me explain to you. It was never about control." I said, when I was going through my stuff, I did my self-analysis, and I realized it all boiled down to daddy issues. My dad loved me, he still left, and I carried that into relationships. So if you wasn't constantly validating me, I was on your back. I needed that. So the fact that you was telling me I got this goal, and you felt like you was putting that before me, that had never happened. I wasn't sitting well with that. So it wasn't controlling. It really was control at the end of the day. But in my head, it was just like, oh God, I love him. Why is he not paying attention to me? What's going on? All you gotta do is it's just so many things. Today, I don't need no damn validation. You know what I mean? I don't. I really don't. I know I'm gonna attract the people in my life that's supposed to be there. And if I don't ever attract a romantic relationship, I ain't gonna ever be mad. I can promise you that. And it's not that, I gave up on love. I just don't feel like loving right now. I don't. And I know that I got to do some more work with that. Like, I could give somebody the game. I could tell you this stuff. And it's not because, I learned it. It's because I actually lived it and been through it. I know what I need to do to have a successful relationship. I just don't feel like it. Period. I don't feel like compromising. And I know this. This is called awareness. I don't feel like compromising. I don't feel like sharing my space. I don't feel like putting my business second to somebody. I don't want to. I'm not going to do it. So why would I get in a relationship knowing this? Knowing I'm not ready to share myself. It's nothing about giving up on love. I'm just not. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to. Some tips for positive vibration, guys. Use your tiger eye. Use tiger eye. I got a lot of tiger eye beads too. I can make affirmation bracelets and stuff, custom made. This helps you stay focused and grounded, and it helps you take responsibility. Wear it as a reminder. Now, again, with the accountability, I want to know, I didn't dig as deep as I did with the other one, because again, I don't want to give away all the ingredients in the soup. But I do want to help you. What am I thinking? Motivational moments.